It was the morning of the wedding, and everyone in the village was excited. People were outside talking and laughing. Men, women, and children wore their best clothes and came out to see Adana and Chike get married. You could smell fresh flowers in the air, and the sound of drums was playing in the distance, making everyone feel happy and joyous. Adana, known far and wide as the most beautiful girl in the village, was the center of all attention. Her dress shined in the morning light. It had small bits of beautiful designs that made her look even more special. When she smiled, it was bright and warm, a smile that showed love, hope, and a new beginning. Friends, relatives, and neighbors lined on both sides of the dusty road leading to the altar, their eyes fixed eagerly on the doorway of Adana's home. Children perched on rooftops and tree branches, trying to catch the first glimpse of the bride. The atmosphere was thick with anticipation. At the altar, Chike stood nervously, adjusting his traditional attire with trembling fingers. His heart raced with a mix of excitement and disbelief. To him, Adana was more than just a beautiful bride. She was kind, intelligent, and the soul that made his world whole. Every villager who knew her spoke with admiration, and today she would become his forever. The deep, steady beating of the drums grew louder, echoing through the village like a call from the ancestors. It was the signal that the bride was about to step into the light and begin her walk down the aisle. But when the moment came, the heavy wooden door of Adana's room remained shut. No footsteps approached the crowd, no laughter or whispers of the bride's arrival. A cold silence fell amongst the people gathered. Panic spread like wildfire. Her mother was very scared. She shouted loudly and held her head. "Where is she? Where is my daughter?" Her voice echoed, breaking the silence. People began to talk in low voices, and the whispers grew louder by the second. The bridesmaids rushed inside, their hearts pounding as they searched every corner of the house, the bedrooms, the kitchen, even the dark storage room at the back of the house. When no sign of Adana was found, they hurried outside, running through the garden and along the river bank nearby, calling her name as they looked everywhere, but Adana had vanished. The locked doors and unbroken windows made it even worse. It was as if she had disappeared into thin air. The villagers looked at each other worriedly. Some said it might be a curse. Others were scared she had been kidnapped or something bad had happened to her. Chike's heart pounded painfully in his chest as he looked around at their faces, all painted with fear, confusion, and disbelief. No one could explain it. Just when the crowd was about to rush towards the forest, ready to search every hidden corner, Chike noticed something lying on the ground beneath the bridal necklace that was meant for Adana. He bent down carefully and picked up a folded piece of paper. His hands trembled as he opened it, eyes scanning the neat handwriting. It was a letter from Adana herself. "Forgive me, Chike. You were a good man, a wealthy and great man, but my heart has always belonged to someone else. I tried to stop it, I really did. But marrying you would be living a lie." The whole village went silent. The priest who was ready to bless the couple dropped his staff in shock. Adana's mother let out a weak cry and fainted right there. Whispers turned into angry shouts. She ran away? With who? How could she do this? Only one person held the painful truth: Adana's best friend, Urena. Urena remembered the night before the wedding, when she and Adana sat together in the bride's room, giggling softly, imagining the future. But suddenly, Adana's bright smile faded and her eyes grew distant. "Ure," she whispered, her voice trembling. "What if I don't love him the way I should?" Urena had brushed it off at the time, telling her, "You are just nervous. Every bride feels that way." But now the truth was clear. Adana had run away, and it wasn't just anyone she ran to. It was Obinna, her childhood lover, the young fisherman her family had forbidden her to see because of his humble background. No one in the village believed Obinna was worthy of Adana, but she did. Later that evening, A young boy returning from the stream claimed he had seen a woman in a white dress near the river bank. She was holding hands with a man and they were laughing. They were barefoot, their footsteps soft on the earth, and then they disappeared down a narrow forest path together. Word spread quickly amongst the villagers, and without hesitation, the villagers, with anger burning in their eyes, stormed towards Obinna's house. But when they arrived, the house was completely empty. There was nothing inside. No clothes, no shoes, no chairs. Everything was gone. There was no sign of Adana anywhere and no sign of Obinna. Their anger turned to frustration as they realized the lovers had vanished without a trace. From that day on, the villagers never saw Adanna again. Some say she followed her heart, others say she brought shame. But one thing was certain, the bride went missing and took the truth with her.